So I know I'm really late. I did create some shorts that are you can find in the playlist as well. And I'll try to tag them throughout the reaction, but this is the one thing I didn't talk about, which is Belly and Conrad. I'm a little bit on edge. Like honestly, this episode sort of feels like this finale feels like it can kind of go either way in some ways. I know it'll be a Belly Conrad ending because I think that's what all the fans want. That is what Jenny has been working towards, but she did a really great job at creating this uncertainty because in the books, from what I understand, Conrad writes these letters and Belly replies back, right? So she starts to this thing, and their relationship starts basically through like this back and forth, like sort of letter exchange and stuff like that. Conrad never flies out to Paris. From what I understand, they like the relationship starts with the back and forth letters. So when you're reading these, you're seeing these letters that are popping up on the screen for Conrad. The first letter you get from Belly is very kind of, to be honest, very platonic. Like there isn't any sort of like indication of like I am open to like rekindling something, which gave me a little bit of an anxiety because even Agnes, the way she replied to that was like, yikes, that's what she wrote, is very accurate because like Conrad keeps it close to his like heart in the sense that he has it in his wallet all the time and he's flying off to Paris on a whim. But to be honest, it doesn't scream like come I'm ready for a relationship. It could easily be that he goes to Paris and they actually just end that will they won't they with the they won't. And Belly moves on, Conrad finally moves on, and that is the end of it. Obviously, I know that's not what it's going to be because it's going to be Belly Conrad, but there is enough variables that makes me question it. Also, the fact that they, again, in the books, from what I understand, Benito is a short relationship. They break up before Conrad gets into the picture. Now, Benito is kind of absent because they do a couple skips in time throughout the episode. Benito is kind of absent in the later months, but that could just be that he's not there in those scenes. Like we don't actually know if Belly has broken up with Benito at the end when Conrad is on the flight to go see her. So it creates this uncertainty because you honestly don't really know whether or not Conrad is flying towards his happy ending or it's just going to be the final resolution and dissolvement of Belly and Conrad. Now, there's like, in my head, there's like actually three ways this can go. One is like, he goes there, they break up finally, and that is the end. And then, like, that is the end, and Belly goes off to find her happy ending. Conrad will find his happy ending, and everyone will just be happy with other people. Two, Belly and Conrad meet. They decide to go their separate ways. Something happens. They find each other later on, and that's at the end of the episode. They kind of get back together, and that's the start of their relationship. This is more preferred to me than the first one, but my absolute preferred version of this is number three, where Conrad goes to see Belly, and Belly and him immediately like start to rekindle something, and you spend the episode watching them like sort of like have a little bit of dating and they start to date and you see the like moments of romance and the love and you actually see that potential for that relationship, the maturity that they have that creates this now strong relationship, and then skip forward to maybe a wedding or something like that. That is the version that I want. I want to see Belly and Conrad, the new and improved versions of them, be in a relationship, and for the audience to be comfortable in the fact to know that okay, this is different from their high school like romance. They have both grown. We can see the growth here, and we believe there will be a happy ending. Like we believe they'll be happy ever after. They'll be married with kids and stuff like that. I want to see that growth, that change in that relationship. So, fingers crossed. The next episode is just fluff right from the get go. There's also some weird theory going around that Belly's father will die or like get a heart attack. No. Nothing like that needed in the final episode. Thank you, Jenny. You can ex-nay that. But yeah, just fluff. Fluff. Everyone deserves happily ever after this, okay? No more deaths. No more sad endings. No more sad Conrad. Just happy Conrad, happy Belly, happy everybody.